Welcome to the Vampire Files.
Come on, all you vampires, with your blood-sucking ways, come on and turn me out. Ooh, when the lights go out, how you gonna find your way?
Morbid education.
Hello everyone and welcome to Morbid Education and the actual reason why I started this channel. Welcome to the first video, which is the actual reason why I even started this channel, which I know I needed to start on this series a lot sooner, but unfortunately things didn't pan through because I have to do a lot of heavy research for this series because it is one that holds dear to me, dear to my little teen heart, and if I fuck this up, my childhood self would be very, very upset at myself, and this is honestly just a series for me, to be honest. Like, let me explain. Welcome to the Vampire Files. In this series, we're going to go through and talk about different vampires from all across the world, and we're going to be talking about different myths and regions of vampires. Why? Because this is something that I would have loved to see on YouTube when I was younger, so I'm going to make it now. Even though obviously it doesn't help my younger self, I still think it would be nice to go ahead and throw my research into a video, because why not, honestly? And yes, you are seeing the things for these videos. This is actually being filmed tonight on the blue moon of Halloween 2020. One of the most crazy years, but we're gonna get through this. So our first vampire of the series is a Doppelsauger, and it might also be pronounced Doppelsauger. I'm not entirely sure. It is from Germany, so if there is anybody who has the correct pronunciation, I will have the word here, and I am sorry, you can correct me down below, because pronunciation is gonna be a problem in this series, and I really don't want to offend anyone. This belief, this myth of the Doppelsauger has come from the Hanover areas of Germany amongst the Germanized Slavs / Wends. Wends? I think Wends. W-E-N-D-S. And the name for the Doppelsauger actually means double sucker, because it is believed that when someone will become one, it is because they have been breastfed after already been taken off of the milk. Once they have already been weaned and they breastfed again, it is believed that after death that person will become a double sucker because they were a double sucker. And because of that, they like to believe that this kind of vampire is a breast-obsessed vampire, to where it will gnaw on the breast to start off with in death. And yes, its own chest. And don't worry, there are many breast-obsessed vampires in Europe and the northern regions of Germany, so we'll have more of these kind later. Originally, I was gonna have these videos split up into like what region they came from, and then I was gonna have the different ones in there, but then it would also be easier to upload them if I just talk about each different myth all at once and upload the videos all at once. That way too, if I can find any interesting photos or anything from the past, I can go ahead and have them up at the end, so you can also take a look at the literal culture from this. So with the whole thing about the Doppelsauger eating breasts, when it dies and it awakes in its coffin, it'll start off by eating its own breasts. And it is believed that when the Doppelsauger does this, it will in turn draw out the life essence from the living relatives around that Doppelsauger through a sympathetic magic. So, magic! We don't know why, just magic! And the Doppelsauger will also, after it's done, after it has raised, it will go and eat the breasts of relatives. That's a thing in the myth. hopefully. And since the main thing that it would start to do after it, rises up in the coffin is start to eat its own flesh, something that was very popular to do in that time is to place a board between the chin and the chest of the Doppelsauger or supposed Doppelsauger to help prevent them from being able to chew, and to also try to keep all of the garments, the burial garments, away from the mouth so it can't start to chew up and then, continue its chewing. So you have to make sure that the burial ground does not reach the lips, and you can also prevent this from happening by keeping a board between the chin and the chest, or by placing a gold coin in the teeth of the Doppelsauger so that it can't chew. Because, they can't spit it out or anything after death, I guess. I'm sorry, I am gonna make a couple little jokes of these too, because let's be honest, some myths can sound very funny, especially to a skeptic. So, since we're entertaining all the sides of the spectrum, we're also going to make a couple little commentary gifts, because whether this is real myths, false myths, tales of yonder, however you want to see it, whether it's something that you believe in your own culture or you don't at all, we're just here to learn about it. And let's keep things lighthearted by making jokes, because I don't know. I don't know if we even need to make things lighthearted, but whatever. Might as well. So it is believed that you will know that there is a Doppelsauger around if your families are slowly dying off one by one, and if there is a weird random illness, mystery illness. And also it was believed that you can also become a Doppelsauger if you were not baptized as a child. And there is a lot of vampire myths where the unbaptized child becomes a vampire. So yeah, this is not going to be the first time you hear about that. It is believed that if you have a Doppelsauger, or if you believe that somebody might become one and you're scared of them returning back, then you will have to change the sills on the house so that the vampire cannot recognize the place where it once came from, and especially the sill above the door, because what is believed is that when the person is removed from that place, the last thing that its spirit, its essence will see is the door coming out. So if you change that out, then it won't be able to recognize its place to come in. At least so it is said. So since it is believed that they will return from the same door that they once left out of, it is more better of an option to just remove the door entirely and, get a new door so it doesn't recognize its place and it cannot return. Whether that is practical and something that you would want to do, if you so believe that you have a Doppelsauger on your hip, is all up to you. Alright, so that was our first vampire of this series. And of course there's going to be many more. But for now, that's all that we're going to go through, because I might be keeping these videos short. I don't know. Either ways, the more information that I can find on their beliefs, the more information that I can put into a video and the longer I can make the video. But for now, that is all that I can find in English about the Doppelsauger, because unfortunately I do not speak German, so I cannot translate a lot of the information that was given to me. Or at least that I read. My bad. But anyways, I'll go ahead and put the resources of where I found these little tidbits of culture and information attached, or the names of the articles and all that. And yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic night. And until we meet again, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.